Okay, I'd like to take this opportunity just to let people know what it is that I do, and might be able to explain some of the benefits of with me. So, hello. Uh, this is my great little pad that I'm having lots of fun with. Essentially, this is the website that I'm at the moment. I can zoom into that for you if you like, so you can have a better look. superselfmanaged.com.au. Now, the boss that I am currently working for is this man. That's Dave. And the reason why he set up this whole organisation was because he wanted to buy property through super. And it took him a long time to find out just how to do it. He couldn't get straight answers from anybody. And so eventually he finally figured it out himself, and it took him 8 months. And once he figured out, he realised that he'd be able to give this to other people as well, and they would be able to reap the benefits from it too. So here we are. Now, essentially what I do, I'm a real estate agent. Well, not yet. I actually don't even have a real estate license yet. I'm planning on getting that. Am I a financial planner? No, I don't do that either. Am I a property manager or an accountant? No, I'm not that either. Essentially what my job is to basically just make it easy. What they call me is a relationship manager, which I think is kind of it's a little bit of a strange term, but essentially I'm the go-to guy. Okay, if you want to buy property through super, you talk to me and I'll explain the benefits to you. And then if there's anything that is specialised, like financial advice, like finding a buyer to find you some real estate, like getting an accountant to look after your funds, then somebody else will do that, and I will merely connect you with them. So why would you want to buy super as opposed to buy normally? Well, to be honest, I think they're both a great idea. I mean, if you love property investing, how's that for a house? It's a modern house. So fine line. I think property investing is a great idea, and you wouldn't be here if you didn't think so either. But here are some of the benefits. If you do it through your super, for starters, if you hit 60, suddenly capital gain tax and contributions tax disappears. You don't have to pay capital gains or contributions tax if you sell during the retirement phase. Now that's huge, because when you're buying a property and you're selling again, and then suddenly you make 100,000 worth of profit out of it, but now you've got to pay 20, 30, 40% tax. That's 20, 30, 40,000 dollars that you're just giving away to the tax man. So essentially, not having to pay capital gains tax makes everything a whole lot more profitable for you. To be honest, that's the biggest reason why you'd want to do it through your super. The other reason is super itself. You're either going to leave it in the fund, or you're going to get and invest it. Now, as I explained in a previous video, the reason why I think taking control of your own super and investing it yourself is because, one, nobody's going to look after your money better than you are. Over here, you might be those people, there's a lot of them where their super funds actually went down because of a stock market crash. Even though people are pouring more and more and more and more money into it, it's like just this bottomless well that seems to be coming out. So, hey, I'm not saying that's always going to happen, but it has been the case. And if you're thinking, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, I want to take control of it myself and come over into the self-managed super, you'd be better off. Now, the main thing here, the difference between leaving it and investing it yourself and doing it through property, is leverage. And I'll explain that very quickly. Over here, you leave your super fund where it is, and you've got $100,000 in there. Let's say that if you're lucky, in 10 years' time, it will become $200,000 because it doubles. Let's just say it doubles. But over here, you got $100,000, and then because you're going to invest in property, you go to the bank and you leverage it by getting another $300,000. So now you've got $400,000 to start with, and in 10 years' time, assuming both of these work exactly the same, this one also doubles, but now you've got $800,000. Okay, obviously, and then minus the original owing, but you're still well ahead. Even if this one is doing very well, making a 10% return, and this one is not doing so well, making only a 5% return, doesn't really matter, because you start with, it's still going, $400,000 at 5% is still always going to flog $200,000, $100,000. So even if you have a poor investment that doesn't do that well, if you were to compare, it's going to absolutely flog, leaving it there. So the whole idea is to use leverage. That's why you'd want to use your super. Now, if you want to know a couple of interesting facts, let's just look into super, where it currently stands. If you just say you're 40 years old and you've got $100,000. And okay, let's say it does turn into 200,000. Let's start that again. You're 40 years old, and you've got 200K. Now, how are you planning on living after you're retired at the age of 60? So when you're 60, you've still got your 200 grand. How long were you planning on living for? 20 years. That means, so the whole idea is that you're going to die at the age of 80. That's not very nice, is it? But it's anyway. Then that means you're going to be living on $10,000 a year if you want to survive. Not to mention that in 20 years' time, the inflation is going to make that $10,000 not worth anywhere near as much as it is today. So it's going to be even less. 8,000 less, who knows? I have to do the maths on that, but it's going to be less. Now, what sort of lifestyle will that give you? Are you happy to live $8,000? I mean, that's poverty. You're not a happy person at that stage. So, now? As far as the reading up in the newspapers recently, how the government, the statistics a while ago was we had 17 people looking after one retiree. Now, in 2020, I think the statistics are going to be closer to 2 to 3 people looking after one retiree. This is a problem. 17 people were able to look after one retiree with their taxes. But do you think we're going to have enough money here in 2020? It's not happening. We're in dire straits. So the necessity to create a better retirement fund is getting more and more and more and more. So we need to do something as soon as possible so that we can actually set ourselves up for a comfortable retirement, because otherwise we're in trouble. So I'll direct you to the website. This is just supposed to be a taste test, so you get to have an idea of what we do. Check out the website. And I'm still working out this Zoom button. www.superselfmanaged.com.au. Learn as much as you can about super. Give you a heads up. If you want to invest in super, you're probably going to need 70 to 100K at least to get started. But if you just want to know more, by all means, send me an email and I'm more than happy to talk to you. So my email address is, let's make this a white page. This is my email address. BENC, my name's Ben, at Coldwell Banker Property Direct, or also known as Super Self Match. They work together. BENC at cbpd.com.au, or if you'd like to give me a phone call, I'm more than happy to talk to you, so long as it's before 7 o'clock at night, because I do have a life. Anyway, jot that down. I'm going to leave this on the screen for 3 more seconds. And then I'll stop button. Talk to you guys next time.